This is the original farm where Azure started. My dad started farming organically in '73 here on this farm. We call this the flower greenhouse, but we haven't sorted it yet. It's just one of the warm greenhouses. We'll actually be doing that on Sunday.
Fine. It's hyssop. So this is a hyssop plant then.
This is anise hyssop. Yes, it's a beautiful plant. It's quite medicinal, and it's also makes gorgeous honey.
Oh,
It's
bees love it.
real bee plant. And so we actually have but it has a very unique flavor, and it's not super strong, but it's very nice. And once they grow, I mean, obviously this is just barely a crown, so it's just growing roots, but they will come up. And comfrey grows probably about 2 to 3 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
When it'll be like this for a while, and then it'll form a stalk, and the stalk will grow up, and then it has beautiful bell-shaped purple flowers on the end. And it gets up about somewhere between 2 and 3 feet typically. And it's a very succulent plant in the sense that even if you break the stem, it's just like almost slimy inside the stem. And then the root, if you dig the root out, which of course this is just barely getting developed, but when you harvest the plant after it grows into a bigger plant, the root, if you peel the root, it's like a very slimy, but at the same time it makes a very gentle salve. You like blend up that root and you put it in a salve with some other, especially if you put it in with some other oils and stuff. It's very, very good. And I've had personal experience with this. I mean, even I had a neighbor who was having blood poisoning, and she thought she was going to lose a leg, and we put a huge comfrey poultice on, and it just went right away. Just the streaks that were going up her leg just went right back down. And I'm not saying it's no cure for blood poisoning. I'm just telling an experience that we personally had. We've used it for bumps and bruises and anything like that. And personally, often in the summertime, when we make like green drinks, and comfrey is often we put comfrey leaf in our green drinks, just because I really feel like it's a strong supporter of the cellular level. And so we just blend up the small leaves in the green drink at our house. In fact, when my kids were really little, they used to call this plant green drink. It was green drink plant. Yarrow sells really good, but comfrey outsells yarrow. And it seems strange to me because comfrey is a perennial. It'll come back. I mean, once you have it, you probably never need it again.
It's like mullein.
Well, mullein, it actually has to go to seed, but comfrey will actually come back from the root.
True.
Mullein is a biennial, and we also sell mullein.
But I mean, once you have it, I mean, you can have it. If you
Yeah,
just let one plant go to seed, you'll have a whole crop of mullein.
Mullein will come back, but it is a biennial. Comfrey is a perennial, so it actually comes back from the root.
True.
But comfrey, especially the root is a pretty powerful herb, and there's been a lot of, shall we say, controversy, and so a lot of supplement companies have a terrible time selling it, except for external use.
But it still can be used in salves, even if someone doesn't want to take it internally.
Oh yeah, it's used in salves, but we can't sell it as an herb for internal use, or even for tea or anything. But we can sell the plant. So
That's
if you
right.
want to grow it in your garden, you can use it however you want.
That's right.
However you want.
Go straight to the source.
Hey, it's growing in your yard.
And learning the precautions around it means you can do safe use, which is what we do.
Which absolutely, and truthfully, comfrey is best, used, the root of comfrey in poultices and salves and stuff. That's where it's really powerful.
Yep, for healing.
And that's why they
wounds.
called it knit bone back
That's
in
right.
the day and all those. So, I love, I do love working with that kind of stuff. We, whole health and, for sustainable living, it's about the whole body. It's about food. It's about exercise or moving. It's about a positive attitude. And it is also about nature's medicine chest.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's all those aspects the way I see it. And so, when we're talking about a sustainable lifestyle, we're talking about all of those pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And if we just have one, and obviously with Azure, we're on the food piece primarily. That's what Azure does. But we can play in the medicinal side just a little bit with some of these.
Well, you need herbs to cook with, right?
Well, absolutely.
That's what we're about too at ACHS. Is we really want to teach people about holistic nutrition and holistic herbalism and aromatherapy. So give them the information when they can grow these herbs or access them or the foods of what to do with them.